Good morning to all of you. I'm Pooja Singh, Faculty SIRTX Department. Today I am going to discuss about DC machine. So this is the basic concept about DC machine. So mainly in any DC machine or DC generator, because we know construction wise both DC machine and DC motor and generator are same. So there are two kinds of type of winding. First is field winding, second is armature winding. So now we are going to discuss about the general construction of DC machine. There are outer frame is known as yoke, and between the yoke we can found yoke flux. There is pole. Pole is for use for the magnetizing and generation of flux. And second, and this one is attached by pole is called pole shoe, is used to spread all the flux between the rotor and field winding. And next part is called rotor, that is also known as armature. And between the armature tooth we can find armature conductor or armature winding. The main part of and the last one is shaft and commutator is used to convert EMF into DC, and shaft is used for providing mechanical electrical to mechanical conversion. And F1 and F2 is field winding. And last is brushes is generally used for collect all the current. So this is the main important part of DC generator, that is already we have already discussed: yoke, pole, commutator, brushes and gear, field winding, armature and bearings. So what is yoke? It is an important part which protect our all the DC machine by atmosphere and moisture. And yoke is also called frame and provide protection to rotating other parts of the machine from the moisture and dust, as we already discussed. Yoke is as an iron body which is provide the path of flux. This is complete the magnetic circuit. It provide the mechanical support to pole, and that's it. So this is pole. This is pole. Yoke, sorry. This is yoke. So second is rotor. Rotor is according to Faraday's law, we know whenever the conductor cut magnetic flux and induced EMF. So this is used for cut the magnetic lines of forces and produce EMF. So next one is pole shoe and pole core, which can already discuss. This is pole, field winding and pole shoe. Generally pole shoe is used for spread all the flux all around the space. Next one is field winding. Field winding, the coil wounded around the pole core and called field winding. The field coil is connected in series from the field winding. Current is passing through the field winding in a specific direction to magnetize the pole and pole shoe. The pole flux phi is thus produce the air gap between pole and pole shoe and armature. The field winding is also called the exciting winding. The material used for field winding conductor is copper. Generally we can also use aluminum, but aluminum is not more suitable as compared to copper, because copper having high melting point and aluminum having low melting point. So what is armature core? This is known as armature core. Armature core is a cylindrical drum mounted on the shaft. It is provide the large number of slots all over the periphery, and all these slots are parallel to the shaft axis. Armature conductor are placed in their slots. Armature core provide low reluctance path to flux produced by the field winding. High permeability, low reluctance materials such as cast iron and cast steel are used for the armature core. The air hole are provided for the air circulation, which help the cooling of armature core. So what is armature winding? The armature winding armature conductor made of copper are placed in the armature slot present on the periphery of armature core. So Armature conductor are interconnector of the armature winding. As we know, we can also use some current carrying conductor between the armature tooth, or we can also use winding for this. Material use, there are armature winding is supposed to carry entire load of current, hence it should be made up of conducting material such as copper. Next is commutator. As we know, commutator is used to convert AC to DC. According to Faraday's law, whenever the conductor cut magnetic flux induce EMF, and this EMF is known as AC current, and commutator is used to convert all the AC current into DC. So last one is waveform. Brushes current is conducted from the armature and external load by the carbon brushes, which are held against the surface of commutator by spring. So this is all about the construction of a DC machine. Thank you.